Detroit is a city Democrat socialists have run as a political monopoly for 52 years. For 20 of them, Detroit's Democrat mayor, Coleman Young, was a member of the Communist Party. In 1961, when their rule began, Detroit had the highest per capita income in America. Today, it is the poorest large city in all 50 states. In 1960, Detroit was the fourth largest city in the nation with nearly 2 million inhabitants. Today, 2/3 of Detroit's population is gone. This human flight was a direct result of the left's attacks on wealth, corporations, and white people. It was a direct result of the rampant corruption among its political rulers. The city of Detroit currently owes $14 billion in long-term debt, more than the gross national products of Albania and North Korea. Today, Detroit's median income is roughly half the median income of Michigan. Nearly half of Detroit's population is out of work. Over a third of its inhabitants on food stamps. 3 out of every 4 of its children born out of wedlock. A third of its school children don't graduate, and nearly half of those who do are functionally illiterate.
It's Bush's
In
fault.
one generation, the Democrat socialists reduced America's #1 industrial city with the highest per capita income to the level of a third world nation. This is did I mention? 82% of Detroit's population is African American. This is a social atrocity committed by liberals and Democrat socialists against African Americans. If we spoke like Benji, we would call this racism, the most appalling racist atrocity committed against African Americans since the passage of the Civil Rights Act. Now consider this. You didn't hear about this once in the last presidential campaign. This historic assault on Detroit's African American population was absent from all speeches and all the ads that were put out, whether independently or by the Republican Party. The word Detroit didn't pass our lips. Moreover, this racist atrocity is being committed all over America. Every major inner city in America has been 100% controlled by Democrat socialists for 50 years. Everything that is wrong with America's inner cities, the policy can affect liberals, Democrats, and socialists are responsible for. They have their boot heels on the necks of poor black and Hispanic families. But we are too polite to mention it.
Karl Rove won't allow it.
Some have complained that liberals win elections because they hand out goodies to minorities and the poor. Well, yes, they do. But the goodies they hand out are chump change compared to what they've destroyed for all Americans and especially for the poor. Would you rather live on food stamps and handouts or be able to pay for what you need and want? I don't think there are many Americans who would have trouble making that choice. So here's the strategy to beat them. Remembering that the best defense is a good offense. Attack the Democrat socialists. Attack them for their wars against minorities, women, children, and the poor. Expose their empty promises and question their character. Question their character. And then undermine. And doing that, you undermine their message by portraying them as hypocrites whose words cannot be trusted. That's what disarms them. Their words, they're liars. Their words cannot be trusted. In attacking them as enemies of minorities and the poor, we show that we care what happens to minorities and the poor. We don't do it by pandering to minorities and giving up our principles. We do it by attacking their enemies. We put the Democrat socialists, who are their enemies, on the defensive. They say we're anti-women because we don't want to finance contraceptives for upper-middle-class academic women like Sandra Fluke. Our answer to this attack should not be to get in an argument about contraceptives. Our answer should be, after 5 years of Obama rule, there are 16 million women on food stamps. 2 out of every 5 single mothers are on food stamps. Under Obamacare, family health care costs are about to skyrocket and send more mothers and children into poverty. This is Obama's war on women. Yeah! Obama rule, there are 8 million Hispanics on food stamps and 20 million Hispanics who are unemployed or no longer looking for work. This is Obama's war on minorities. They say we don't care about blacks. Look at America's inner cities. They're run by Democrats and socialists and have been for half a century. This is their war on African Americans and the poor. As I said, it's not rocket science. It's about fighting fire with fire.
Welcome to the stage, Luke Hildeman, Chief Operating Officer at Americans for Prosperity Foundation.